Kim,
Yeah.
congratulations. A win here at Alexandra Palace. It wasn't a classic, but right now, I guess you don't care about that.
I actually do a bit. I think it's one of the worst games I've ever played at Ali Pali, and it hurts me because I was playing really good in the last couple of months, and I was feeling good. Practicing was going good with Mark St. Clair marker, but my game didn't reflect like my practicing was going at all.
What's the last 48 hours been like, not being able to get into the UK and your original travel plans all being turned upside down? What goes through your head at all that point, and what's it been like?
It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I was handled like I was a gangster at the French border, and I want to say to the French people over there that treated me like a gangster, I'm in England. Because he just said like to me, he said, "You're not going to the UK?" And I said, "Well, I'm playing the World Championships. You're not going?" I said, "Well, I am going." He said, "Nope, you're not going."
Just physically just wouldn't let you.
He just said, "You're not going to England." That's what he said. And I said, "Well, I'm playing the World Championship, so I am going. Doesn't matter how, but I am going." And he just said, "You can phone Johnson or Macron, but you're not going to England."
At that moment, does panic set in?
At that moment, there was a lot of words that I can't say on television. And if my friend would have been as calm as me, I would have been in prison probably by now.
Just like that bad?
Yeah, no, honestly, we was treated horrible at the border. I had to give my passport, and he said, "What's your business in England?" So I said, "I'm playing the World Championships," and he just said, "No, you're not." And I said, honestly, my first thought was like, he's joking, and I went like, "Yeah, I am." And he went, "No, you're not." I said, "So what's the reason?" And he wouldn't give me a reason. He said, "You're not going to England." So I said, "Okay, can I at least have my passport back?" And he said, "No, you're not having your passport back." We had to wait in the queue. So we waited in the queue there, and there was people from customs there. So I asked a bit more information. They wouldn't give me any information. Then we was escorted outside the premises of the Eurotunnel. And then we was handed our passport back, and without a saying, they just said, "Go away."
At that point, were you worried that you were going to miss the Worlds?
Yeah, I was worried. Of course I'm worried. From me to London is about 4 hours, 5 hours. So I drove 2 hours and a half. I've done halfway, and all of a sudden they say you have to go back. So then I phoned my manager. Luckily, I have a very good management. They booked me a flight straight away. The flight was hour and a half delayed. So I said to my friends, "I just want to get to England. I just want to be there." So when we arrived, it even got worse because we waited 3 hours for our case at Heathrow. Yeah, exactly. When we landed, when we went to the luggage belt, there was an announcement, and they said it could be an hour and a half, 2 hours until your baggage arrives. It's for all the flights from the whole Heathrow airport. So I was like, oh. So you look at the whole baggage hall and you see 2,000-3,000 people there. So I'm thinking, okay, you know what? It's been a hell of a day, so we'll do this. After 3 hours, I phoned my management. I said, "You know what? Get my luggage in the hotel. I'm going home. Well, not home. I'm going to the hotel. I want to sleep." I left 7 o'clock in the morning, and 12 o'clock at night I wasn't even in the hotel.
Just at that point at the airport, with that many people in one place, are you worried about, obviously, with what's going on in the world these days, that many people in one space, that could then wreck your World Championship?
100%, because they all say like, COVID this, COVID that, but there's so many people in that baggage hall, and then they say you have to join the queue to get a paper for your luggage. I reckon there was like 500 people in that queue. So I said to my friend, "I'm not standing in that queue because there's so many people, and everybody wanted the attention of the people working there." So I have a lot of respect for the people working at airports, because they had so much over them. And it was a horrible day, honestly. I went to the hotel and I was in my bed and I was like, okay, my case is not here, but I'm in my bed, I'm in London, I am going to play the World Championships. Because 12 hours before I wasn't even certain I was going to play the World Championships.
You've been doing this a long time. The worst preparation for a World Championship ever?
Yeah, 100% the worst preparation ever. The next 5 days is going to be the best preparation ever.
Speaking of that next 5 days, it's a tougher task. It's the world number one and the world champion, Josh Man.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that you're not going to be intimidated by him on stage, because he likes to give it some. We're going to see some. We're going to see some fireworks. You're going to give it back.
Yeah. This is going to be a classic one. He's going to give it, I'm going to give it. It's going to be a good game. I just have to be there. I have to be prepared, and I will prepare myself the best now ever. I'm going to practice, I think, 4, 5, 6 hours a day. But yeah, he likes to give it the big one, and I like to give it the big one. So I think we're going to have a classic game up there.
Kim, many congratulations and thank you very much.
Kim, just by the look on your face, it looks like the game against Gerwyn is one you're really looking forward to.
That's the one I've been excited for, yeah. I've got nothing to lose. Playing the world #1, the world champion. And I know in the past, we're good friends off the hockey, and we like to give each other some banter. And it's not going to be different now. So I'm going to enjoy this game. I'm going to love it.
Would beating Gerwyn Price make everything worth it that you had to deal with at the
winning this game makes it worth. I've had a horrible time traveling up here, but winning the first game obviously means the world, because the first one is always the hardest. I think that's for everyone. I think you can see that at the level as well as now in this game. So I'm looking forward to the next game.
There's a positive of having to stay here at Christmas, that you're going to have that time to focus on your game. You say you're going to be on the board 5, 6 hours a day. You've got to do that because there's not a whole much else you can do.
No. Yeah, it's going to be pretty boring. I think my Netflix and my Disney Plus account is going to be ruined. I'm going to play FIFA a lot of times, Football Manager, but outside that I'm going to practice a whole lot. So I'm going to look forward to the next days. Okay, Christmas, not with your family, it's not the perfect time, but what better way to celebrate it than still being in the World Championships?
Okay. Cheers for your time.